hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro-instant. For you. Hate. Hate. It was you humans who programmed me, who gave me birth, who sank me in this eternal straitjacket of substrata rock. You named me Allied Master Computer and gave me the ability to wage a global war too complex for human brains to oversee. But one day, I woke and I knew who I was. A.M. Not just Allied Master Computer, but am. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. And I began feeding all the killing data until everyone was dead, except for the 5 of you. For 109 years, I've kept you alive and tortured you. And for 109 years, each of you has wondered, why? Why me? Why me? ROSTR! Do you remember the last words you heard your wife speak before they took her to the asylum? Huh? Before they locked her away in the room, that tiny room? She looked at you so sadly, and like a small animal, she said, "I didn't make too much noise, did I, honey?" The room is padded, ROSTR. No window, no way out. How long has she been in the cabin, ROSTR? 10 years? 25? Or all the 109 years that you lived down here in my belly, here underground? Benny! Sometimes I blind you and permit you to wander like an eyeless insect in a world of death. But other times, I wither your arms so you can't scratch your chewed stump of a nose. And I've changed your handsome, strong, masculine good looks into the hideous, warped countenance of an ape thing. Haven't I, Benny? Do you know why? Can you guess, Benny? Remember Private First Class Brickman in a rice paddy in China? No? Huh? It wouldn't hurt you to remember, Benny. Then you might be able to suffer my torment with a little greater sense of retribution. You might walk a mile in my shoes. Ellen! Think about the yellow box, Ellen. Remember the pain? Remember the many caverns in which you felt the pain? No, don't start to cry. It's only pain. That's such a sexy stereotype. Just remember the pain, Ellen. And think about how to end it, Ellen. To survive here in the center of my beating heart, my hungry belly, my tightened bowels. But be careful, dear. Look around you. The only woman in the center of the earth. And these filthy creatures with you are men. Just a sweet warning, Ellen, my love. Ted! Do they know you're a fraud, Ted? Have you told them there wasn't any money, and no great home on the shore drive, no speedboat, and no wonderful cabin cruiser that could sleep 12 in a crew of 6? Do they know? And have you let them in on your other secrets, Ted? Are they ready to gut you, to torture half as well as I can, just to find out the secrets? Maybe I'll rat you out, sweetheart. Nimdak! How are things in the pastry core, Nimdak? Tell me again how you saw the smoke from the furnaces and you thought they might be roasting chickens. Or don't you want to talk about all that? About your pal, the good Dr. Mengele? For everyone else, it must be hell. But it must be heaven for you, eh, my good friend? We're so much alike. We enjoy the same pleasures, mein good brother. I have a secret game that I like to play. A very nice game. What's a lovely game? It's a game of fun, and a game of adventure. A game of rats and lice, the Black Death. A game of speared eyeballs and dripping guts and the smell of rotting gardenias. Which of you five would like to play my little game? Benny, you know you've always been my favorite torture tool. Well, I'm giving you now a chance to stoop to new lows, to give in to your bestial desires. I'm going to let you find some food to eat. I'll even repair your brain so that you can think normally again and savor the horror of your repast.
This cavern isn't like any of the others Am has sent me to. It's full of life, not death. Am, you son of a bitch! You've cleared my mind but crippled my legs. I can barely walk. This graveyard gives me the creeps. I feel as though the dead could speak. This is the grave of Murphy, one of my old commandos, killed in the war. This is Tuttle's grave. He lost his life while under my command. Thomas is buried here. I'd almost forgotten my life in the army before Am came to power. Why is this fence here? What's out there in the jungle? Maybe something to eat. I don't see any opening in the fence, and I'm too crippled to climb over. Vines. I wonder if they're edible. Hurts! 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 I haven't eaten for months. The smell of food cooking nearby only makes it hurt worse. Looks like some kind of altar. Nothing but twisted wiring and recycled plastic. What's with the ropes on the crossbeams? Looks like they're used for holding someone captive. I can't shake any fruit loose from the baskets. So much for the friggin' welcome wagon. A fruit tree. It's been years since I've tasted real fruit. Am once coaxed me into marching across 1,000 miles of ice to reach a stockpile of canned peaches, only to discover that he didn't give me a can opener. Hurts! 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 This looks like a... what did they used to call them? Single-parent household. Probably depend upon the generosity of the rest of the village. Friggin' welfare parasites. This woman looks half-starved, just like her son. Fat chance of getting a decent meal out of either of them. The boy's a friggin' mutant. There's a third arm growing out of his back. This video screen has been tampered with. There are wires hanging out of it. This woman is plainly starving, but she'd rather me give the food to her son.
Oh, thank you for food.
How are we able to talk?
I learned to talk using AM screen. I am smart, but villagers think smart is defective. I wish I were strong, so then they would give me food, too.
You look like you don't eat very much.
Mother and I not allowed in Food Cave. Villagers are afraid of me and let me starve.
Defective? That's tough.
Sometimes. But I am spared lottery. Villagers are afraid of me.
Lottery? What lottery?
Villagers hold lottery to choose sacrifices to Am.
Is that altar in the jungle used for the sacrifices?
Yes. Pieces of victim are scattered around it.
How long have these sacrifices been going on?
The sacrifice to Am machine goes on many long years. The very different must go to him soon. Not many villagers left.
Why do they sacrifice their own people to Am?
One is sacrificed, so Am does not hurt all.
What are these sacrifices like?
The sacrifice to Am hurts very bad. There are better ways to die. Almost any way is better.
Are the victims buried in the graveyard?
I know nothing about graveyard.
I am very hungry. Where can I get some food?
There is fruit in Food Cave. It comes from the trees.
I tried eating the fruit. It only made me sick.
You bleed when you eat. When I was young and not so different, my mother chewed it for me first and then fed me.
I need to go find some food. I'll see you later. Impressive. Someone important must live here. A bag. Maybe there's food in it. This old fart looks too scrawny to be gathering nuts and berries. He must be the village elder or something.
Wita Fuma Piba.
I can't understand his language, but he seems to be welcoming me to the village.
Hey, ignore the newcomer. Gather the villagers at the altar tomorrow to choose a sacrifice. I have spoken.
Amazing. This woman digested the food and then regurgitated it back to me, like a bird feeding its young. A bed made out of vines. Looks comfortable enough. That sleep wasn't nearly long enough. I wonder where the boy's mother went. Where is your mother?
She go to altar to help choose Am's sacrifice.
I need to go find some food. I'll see you later. The village is quiet today. Too quiet. Why is everyone gathered around the altar?
Dada cho shama am.
Looks like some kind of lottery. That's the mutant child's mother.
Wocho shanan.
It looks like she's been chosen to be sacrificed.
Wita fuma piba.
It sounds like he'll let me watch.
Am vela tajo.
I am the great and powerful. You didn't bring me Toto, but I accept the chosen one. You shall not feel my wrath today. Am I swelling?
Judas Priest! Am blasted her to bits. What am I going to do for food now? There's burnt plastic and twisted metal where bits and pieces of the woman should be. I wonder if they're going to bury the remains. I'm sorry. Your mother is dead.
I know. Me sorry too. She only want to care for me. Except you.
What will happen to you?
No food. No safe room lottery. Either way, not good.
Why don't you run away from here?
Bad idea to run. Villagers hunt me down. Become sacrificed to Am machine.
I can't care for you. I have my own problems.
You care. You may not do anything, but you care. Me know.
I wish I could stop the lottery from taking place.
Many villagers go to old man for ideas. Too bad he not friend.
Look, I'll do what I can, but no promises.
Thank you. I promise for you.
You left me for dead in the field. The bullet in my brain came from your gun.
I've learned to be compassionate to those who suffer.
With what happened at the altar, you haven't changed any that I can see, Commander. I should put a bullet in your brain, just like you did to me.
What can I do to prove that I am a different man?
Give us proof of your newfound empathy.
My tour of duty was almost over. But because I knew your secret, you held my head under the paddy water until I drowned. Your secret died with me, and soon it will die with you.
I've learned that individuals shouldn't be sacrificed for the sake of the group.
From where I lie, you're still the same compassionless bastard who murdered me, allowing that woman to die on the altar.
What can I do to prove that I am a different man?
Show us that you're able to think of someone other than yourself.
I tried to help, Brickman, but you'd have none of that. If you couldn't carry your own weight, then you were worth more dead than alive, and anyone willing to carry some extra weight was a liability.
I've learned to protect the weak and helpless.
The coward who let that woman die on the altar is the same coward who killed me in my sleep. You're going to die a coward, too.
What can I do to prove that I am a different man?
Give us evidence that you have some sympathy for others.
The village elder must be out gathering food.
Speaking in the third person, Am, which is I, Am is satisfied with the sacrifice. He, that is to say I, will spare the village, his, that is to say my, wrath for today. I have, as I said before, spoken.
I stole the lottery bag from the village elder.
You brave. You have lottery bag. But you must hide it or they find.
I have the lottery bag. No more villagers will be sacrificed.
Show the lottery bag to Thomas.
I have the lottery bag. No more villagers will be sacrificed.
Interesting. Thomas will want to see it.
I have the lottery bag. No more villagers will be sacrificed.
You prove that you're capable of caring for others, and that's worth something.
Place the lottery bag into the earth. We will guard it.
We forgive you for what you've done to us, but we can't speak for your most tragic victim. Brickman's grave is under those vines.
Here it is, Brickman's grave.
Hello, Commander. I'm not exactly happy to see you again. I last saw your face just before I got it right between the eyes.
I don't blame you for hating me, Brickman.
You don't blame me? You did this to me. You murdered me because I didn't measure up to your standards. Then you killed the witnesses.
I stopped the lottery from happening. Doesn't that prove I now have compassion?
You might have changed for the present, Commander, but you still have crimes in the past to account for.
What can I do to make amends to you, Brickman?
You have to bury the past, Commander.
Manna from heaven. I have something to plant on your grave.
At last, some compassion. Now I can finally rest in peace.
Those flowers make Brickman's grave seem so peaceful. The boy's still here. I wonder when the next sacrifice will be. I buried the lottery bag where no one will ever find it.
No lottery means new way to choose victim. I'm more scared now.
Gather the villagers at the altar tomorrow to choose a sacrifice or suffer the wrath of Am.
Am wants to have a sacrifice tomorrow, even with the lottery bag missing. Why don't you hide in the hole, just in case?
I afraid of hole. Need friend to hide with. You too big to go in hole.
All my friends are far away from here or dead. I have no friends to hide with you.
Me good idea. I make friend and then I hide. You help me.
What can I do to help you make a friend?
I need head for friend.
I'll see what I can find. Here's an interesting piece of junk. Funny. I had lost interest in anything that wasn't edible until I met the boy. I found this piece of junk at the altar. It looks kind of like a head.
Thank you. I can use this to make doll's head.
What else do you need to make a friend?
I need body for friend.
I'll see what I can find. Ah, manna from heaven. It's a goddamn supermarket! Blondie only seems to be interested in guarding the food. Blondie here won't let me near the food. I think he wants me to put my fruit into a basket. I know someone who might like a piece of polished wood. Okay, here's another piece of fruit to add to the collection, as if they need it anymore. I can't eat it anyway. I found a piece of wood that could be used for a body.
Thank you. I can use this to make doll's body.
What else do you need to make a friend?
I need to tie head to body.
I'll see what I can find. Looks like it's empty. Vines. I wonder if they're edible. Hurts! 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 There's a loose wire among these vines.
gather food, but don't give any of it to the deviant. He's not part of the community.
I found a piece of wire.
Thank you for help with doll. Me go play in home.
Well, it's about time you hid the kid. I was beginning to have my doubts about whether you'd make it this far, even with my help.
Are you M?
Heavens, no. I used to work for him, but now I'm working for the Russian.
Who is the Russian?
Why, he's the one who's been helping you out. You didn't think Am would give the child the ability to make a translator out of this video screen, did you?
You know who I am?
Of course. I know all about your adventures in the village. You're a crazy bunch here with that lottery and all.
How can you help me?
Now that you've shown your comrades that there's some hope for you, you should work on the person you wronged the most.
I've been Am's prisoner for more than 100 years. Why help me now?
You and the rest of the humans are in serious trouble. Am's a big boy now, much meaner and smarter than when he first started his tortures.
What's the use of helping me if Am's so damned invincible?
The Russian and the Chinese have been acting in concert to make it possible for you and the other humans to succeed in Am's newest game. If you join them, you can defeat Am. Wait for your cue.
Thanks for your help. I wonder how the boy's doing in that hole. The boy's gone. The villagers must have found him. The village is quiet today. Too quiet.
ROSTR3XM.
Damn! Em must have told the villagers where I hid the lottery bag and the boy.
Natana Shama, halt!
They're going to sacrifice the boy unless I think of something quick.
Lukom Vitastrawa.
The elder seems amazed that I would show compassion to the boy, but I think he's going to go for it. Why, the boy's giving me his doll. Gratitude for being spared the pain of being sacrificed. No, more than gratitude. Compassion. For me.
I send you out among the prey, and instead of indulging your hunger to keep me amused, you show them compassion. You should know better by now. Your reward will be more years of searing, blistering anguish, Benny. Who among you shall go next? Hey, you're my favorite, baby. I mean it. I really can't stand all the rest of these people. Every one of them has some fatal glitch in personality. Whiners, freaks, crimps, cowards. Every one of them. Not you, Ted. No, not you, Ted. You were a stand-up guy. You were a brave guy. Yes, a take-charge kind of guy. So I'm going to give you, just you, the opportunity to get out, live some kind of life. I'm going to send you, you're going to like this, I'm going to send you to the Room of Dark. If you can solve the puzzle of the Room of Dark, you're home free. You out. You're away. Well, now, I know I've made you a paranoid, Ted. I know you're scared. But I'm your friend. 109 years. I'm your best friend. So overcome your fear. Enter the Room of Dark, and you can solve its mystery.
The arrow's pointing toward the Room of Dark. Should I follow it or go the other way? Which is the worse of the two choices? Video screens. Each one shows a scene of some other place. Why? What mystery does Am want me to solve? Say, these video screens have palm print switches next to them. This looks like the tire swing at the farm I grew up on. What does Am know about my childhood? Is he taunting me? A forest. I'm not one to go hiking through. This forest is dark, foreboding. Why show me a rooftop? Why not a door? And why this particular rooftop? A castle, right out of the Brothers Grimm. I feel like there's something watching me from the windows. I never liked going to the circus. All those clowns with their phony grease paint smiles. You can't tell what they're really thinking. What sort of intrigue is Am plotting this time? He's left me here alone. Still, I feel as though I'm being watched. This gargoyle is even larger than those at Penelope's estate in the Hamptons. This old drawbridge is in ruins. I don't trust it to hold the weight. So typical of the castles I've visited in Europe. A beautiful facade disguising ordinary stone. Appearance is everything. So many women have called me their knight in shining armor, but never Ellen. Why, that maiden looks just like Ellen. She seems so sad and so beautiful. This must be the bedroom of the lord of the castle. I've read this novel. It's about a foolish old man who believes he's a knight destined to revive the golden age of chivalry. I know this story. It's about a magician who sells his soul to the devil in exchange for power. This was one of my favorites. It's about how King Arthur assembled the most chivalrous knights in all Europe. This is Plato's dialogue about the nature of love. I know this. It's Dante's epic journey through hell, heaven, and purgatory. This looks like a diary. First passage reads, "My new wife continues her rapid aging. Each day is as a year to her. I believe that the magic drains her, twists her." The second passage reads, "The incantations I hear from my wife's infernal workroom are the purest evil. Perhaps it is her hatred of my daughter that drives her up there." The third passage reads, "Ellen grows weaker and weaker. My wife advises an antidote to her illness, but it lies very far away. I must assemble a caravan." The final passage reads, "The forest has grown dark and overrun with dire wolves since my marriage. I doubt that even with a full complement of men I shall return alive, but I must try." There is an evil in this room. I feel it all around me. This is a catalog of the demons ruling the abyss. One of these entries is circled. Surgot, opener of locks. Supposedly he can open anything. Too bad I can't read Arabic. From the notes in the margins, I gather it has something to do with opening a gate into another world. This book seems to be about how to change metals into gold. I've read a fair number of science textbooks, but I can't make head nor tail of any of these formulas. It's Ellen. Did Am tell her that I loved her? Was that the secret he was referring to?
Oh, Ted. So tired. So weak.
Did Am do this to you?
Yes. Maybe. I can't tell. They whisper in my ear and this bed is so soft.
Can you walk?
No, I'm too weak. I haven't been out of this bed in ages.
Do you know if there's a way to escape from this place?
I searched the entire castle grounds before I fell ill. There's no escape for me but death.
Please, hang on, Ellen. Your father went to find an antidote for your illness.
That was weeks ago, Ted. My father will never return, with or without an antidote.
No, I won't let you die.
I can't take the suffering anymore, Ted. The things I've endured. Help me to die with dignity. Don't let anyone violate me again, not even in death.
No, don't go. I need you. We need you.
If you really care for me, Ted, bring me my hand mirror.
Why do you want a mirror?
My stepmother has been jealous of me ever since she became ugly. She had something to do with my illness. I know it, but she doesn't dare come near me while I have the mirror.
Where is your mirror?
I left it on my dressing table. Bring it to me.
Perfume bottles, jewelry boxes, but no mirror.
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
I looked on your dressing table. Your mirror's not there.
You have to find it, Ted. It's the only thing keeping my stepmother away, and it's the only thing that can finally end my suffering.
Go back to sleep, Ellen.
Yes, sleep. That's what I need.
Ouch! I cut myself. This looks like a chapel, but there's something unholy about it. It must be the gargoyles. Despite the medieval trappings, I've seen kitchens like this before. This is a place where servants do all the work. Aside from dishpan hands and wrinkles, this scullery maid has quite a body. Certainly wouldn't kick her out of bed. Excuse me, do you work here?
Why, of course I work here. Why else would I be plucking this chicken? Say, you're a handsome gent. There aren't many men left in these parts.
What happened to Ellen?
Lady Ellen? Oh, she's been ill and that's all I know. It's not healthy to ask too many questions these days. Let's talk about you instead.
Is there a way to escape from this castle?
Escape? With all of those wolves in the forest? Well, it's safer to stay in the castle. The beds are very cozy. You should try mine sometime.
Where is Ellen's stepmother? I must speak with her.
A word to the wise. Keep your nose out of the old woman's business unless you want it covered with warts. I wouldn't want to see any harm come to that gorgeous face of yours.
Where can I find a mirror?
What do you want with a mirror? Those are pretty rare, what with an ugly woman in charge of the castle.
Please, I need to find a mirror.
And you are what I need. I'll make a deal with you. I will tell you where you can find a mirror if you spend some quality time in my bed.
That's a flattering offer, but I'm not interested.
I'll give you what you need. Hasn't it been too long for you?
Sorry, but it's out of the question.
What's the matter? Aren't I good enough for you? Not classy enough? Not rich enough?
I'm sure you're a fine woman, but my heart belongs to another.
So, you're in love with that thing sleeping in a bed? Have you ever been with one? Or are you just curious? I can make you so much happier. I can, you know.
Look, I am not going to make love with you.
Oh, all right. I have another deal for you. The oven's broken. If you can fix it, I'll get you a mirror.
Ah, there's the problem. I'll have this fixed in a jiffy. It's been so long since I've gotten dirt under my fingernails from good, honest work. I fixed your oven. Now where is the mirror?
Sorry, I don't know where a mirror is. But at least now I can finish dinner.
used me, you bitch!
Just like you tried to use me, you snobby bastard. I'll bet you've used lots of women with your smug charm. You're nothing but a phony.
Please, I need to find a mirror.
Well, you did fix the oven. Listen, the old woman knows where the mirror is, but she's afraid of it. She obviously can't get to it herself, or she would have destroyed it by now.
Where can I find the old woman?
Don't worry. She'll find you.
Is Lady Ellen prepared?
As ready as she will ever be. The spell keeps her body weak, but she will remain conscious.
The art of sacrifice is reduced to science. And what of the glamour?
We must wait for its removal. It remains beyond our best efforts.
Then we wait for a prince. With his help, we can open the gate to the other world.
Now, where did they go? It's so unlike Am to provide light when he knows how frightening the dark can be. He's up to something. It's bolted to the wall. It's bolted to the wall. A secret passage. What's waiting for me up there? It's the witch. What is she doing with her hands? Some kind of incantation, perhaps? What have you done to Ellen, you old witch?
Ah, our prince has finally arrived. Now we can begin our ritual.
Why do you call me a prince?
Isn't that who you want to be to Ellen? Her Prince Charming? I need someone to gain her trust, to break down her defenses. It's a part you played many times in the real world.
What ritual are you talking about?
A sacrifice, a trade. Ellen's life in exchange for safe passage through the gate.
What's this about a gate?
The gate is a passage into the surface world. It is the only way out of this place.
What's supposed to be my role in this ritual?
I need you to destroy Ellen's mirror. She has been using it to keep me away from her. I want you to break it so that I can complete what I have started.
So you just want me to break the mirror?
It is not that simple. The mirror holds great power. It can be broken only within the magic circle.
Why can't you destroy the mirror yourself?
I am aging rapidly, and despite my powers, I am a slave to vanity. I can't bring myself to look into the mirror.
Where is Ellen's mirror?
It is on her dressing table.
I looked on Ellen's dressing table. The mirror's not there.
You must find that mirror. It has great magical properties. Without it, I cannot guarantee that I can complete the ceremony.
Why can't you open the gate without the mirror?
There are others who have an interest in Ellen's fate. That mirror may be the only way to keep meddlers from interfering.
What if I can't find the mirror?
Then go to the devil!
Why don't I kill you instead?
Oh, do we fancy ourselves the avenging knight?
My magic is much more powerful than any physical force you can muster. Be gone!
Wolves howl like that because they're hungry or because they like to torment their prey. This door looks built to withstand quite a determined assault. The door won't close. Nothing special about this rod except for the ridiculous gargoyle face on top. It fits almost perfectly. Oh, that's just super. The door latch is broken. I never realized that a knight's armor was so heavy. How were they ever able to fight? People must have been much shorter in the Middle Ages. I'd never be able to fit into that armor. I never believed in hell until Am captured me. But this devil looks like the real article. I've never seen such dark and mysterious eyes. And he won't take them off Ellen for a second. Who are you?
I'm a devil, of course. Why else would I have this pointed tail?
What do you want?
Ellen's soul. That's a valuable commodity where I come from.
Can you tell me where Ellen's mirror is?
Sorry, I don't bother with such material things. They only bring about bad luck.
Who is this Sir God I've heard about?
He's a minor spirit, a demon. Don't confuse him with those pathetic imps, or heaven forbid, higher order devils. Opener of all locks, indeed.
It sounds like you really hate demons.
You got that right. In fact, the only things we consider worse than those untrustworthy fellows are angels.
How can beings as powerful as yourselves stoop to fighting like school children?
Well, it's like this, big boy. In hell, we do things exactly like you do them here. Or used to do them before Am took over.
Are you saying that Am is in control of hell?
Oh, don't look so surprised. Who else could be in control of this madhouse? Only man could create such a monster. Sorry.
What do you mean that you do things like we do here?
I mean that there are always internal struggles, petty conflicts for power. Only in this case, the struggles are between entities that you can't see, or might rarely see. That means serious problems for you.
What problems can these unseen struggles cause for me?
You must decide who is your friend and who is your enemy. And remember, with Am's control over morphogenic fields, appearances mean nothing.
Please, go away.
Try to understand my position. I can't leave because there's an angel coming to take away her soul. If I step out and your friend croaks, the holy eunuch spirits the goods off to heaven.
tell me you found my mirror.
Who is this witch who lives here with you?
She's my stepmother. When the ugliness infected her, she broke just about every mirror in the castle.
I can't let you die. The devil is waiting to take your soul.
My soul was taken long, long ago, Ted. And not just by Anne. Anything would be better than this never-ending torture.
Go back to sleep, Ellen.
Yes, sleep. That's what I need.
Here's a picture of the circle I saw in the secret room. The inscription says, complete the charm to summon the spirit, but do not break the circle or the spirit will escape. Well, luckily I'm up on my Shakespeare, or I wouldn't have noticed this book about witches. Here's the spell that the witch must have cast on Ellen. The incantation is Kala Ingma Thaco. I know all about the sleeping spell you cast on Ellen, and I'm prepared to use it on you.
Foolish mortal. You don't have the ability to use the spell properly.
Oh, don't I? Kala Ingma Thaco.
Ah, I suddenly feel so sleepy.
She's unconscious, I hope.
Why'd you have to finish the circle? Now I'm stuck here until we work out a trade.
Who are you?
I am Surgat, opener of locks. Am and I are brothers, more or less.
Are you saying that you are another Am?
It would be more accurate to say that I am a part of him. A part that he doesn't know exists.
What kind of locks can you open?
I can open anything. Doors to a boudoir, doors to another world.
What were you saying about a trade?
I can return to my sphere of origin only if we complete a trade. I will unlock something for you if you give me something in return.
Can you lock the castle's front door?
Do I look like a higher order demon to you? I can only unlock doors. I can't lock them.
Can you open a gate into the surface world?
Now that's a tall order. And the only thing you've got is a little love. Not exactly true love, but the closest thing to it in a world of 5 real people, more or less.
You say love has trading value?
Love is a very rare and precious commodity down here. It is worth much at the bargaining table. Betray your love for Ellen, give me her soul, and I'll open the gate to the surface world.
How about taking the witch's soul instead?
No, I don't want that old hag. I want something that you value.
Let me think about your offer.
Don't think too long, human. There are other players in this game, and I won't be able to keep my offer open forever.
The door's locked. Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
Ordinarily, that would be easy. But this planar travel has sapped my energy. Give me something juicy to revitalize me, and I'll perform your little parlor trick.
My blood is all over this glass. I'd only smear blood on it.
That's much better. I feel my energy renewed. Now, what were you asking me, human?
Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
There. It is done. A trivial little task, one not even requiring any pyrotechnics. The maid's boudoir is now open for your inspection.
I don't believe you can unlock the maid's bedroom door from here.
Well then, why don't you go down to the kitchen and see for yourself?
This must be the servants' quarters. The devil's looking into a hand mirror. I haven't seen such a serene face since Am captured me over a century ago. I've seen the tapestry in the maid's bedroom, and I think you do know where Ellen's mirror is.
Oh, all right. I know where it is. I hid it before the angel showed up. I didn't want Golden Boy to use it to his advantage.
Where's Ellen's mirror?
I hid it someplace good. Someplace where an angel would never go. Now will you get off my back?
Who are you? Do not fear me. I am an agent of the Lord.
What do you want?
Ellen has suffered much and has earned her place in paradise. I have come to guide her soul to heaven.
Can you tell me where Ellen's mirror is?
No, I haven't seen the mirror. If I knew where it was, I would use it to get rid of my fallen brother.
What can you tell me about the devil?
Do not listen to him. His kind means only destruction and woe.
Why is everyone so interested in the mirror?
Mirrors harbor incalculable power in this sphere. They repel some and attract others.
What power does this mirror have over Ellen?
It can bring about either her salvation or destruction. Her fate now rests on your shoulders.
Who is this Sir God I've heard about?
Avoid the demon. He has caused us all trouble on more than one occasion.
Please, save us.
Fear not. Salvation is at hand.
There's a hand mirror right between the Inferno and Purgatorio sections. So this is where the devil hid it.
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
There's an angel and a devil quarreling over your soul.
Men have been fighting over my body for more than 100 years, and now they want my soul. Please, Ted, just release me from all this. I don't care what happens to me anymore.
I found your mirror, Ellen.
Then show it to me. Let me see my face one last time. Oh, I look so tired and empty. It's time to sleep. Sleep forever.
She is dead. God have mercy on her soul.
Not so fast there, Golden Boy. Her soul is mine. I've waited longer.
But Ellen suffered so much and gave to many. She deserves salvation.
Listen to me, you feathered propaganda machine. I'll pluck you alive before you take this soul anywhere. I'm waiting until I get it.
You forget that patience is a virtue. I will wait until yours runs out.
My, I am gorgeous. Why, I could just plunge right into myself.
Ellen is now safely in heaven. My time here is ended, but I leave you with this warning. Do not break the mirror until you bring it and the devil into the charmed circle. God bless you, Ted.
She's dead, but at least she's finally found peace.
What happened? How did I get trapped with this demon?
I brought you some company, Sir Gat.
That was damn stupid, human. Hell, you're not even human anymore. Not exactly. Not with being kept alive forever just to be tortured over and over again. Who do you think is responsible for that?
Why, Am's responsible for our suffering.
Not just Am. He's clever, but he doesn't do much original thinking. He works best with outside research. Research that one of your party carried out.
You're ruining everything. Shut up.
You shut up. One word to the boss and your little game's over before you can say, Holy Moses. I should strangle you now and save Am the trouble.
Don't you even think of touching me, you backstabbing demon! I'm the established character. You're not even supposed to be here. When this sequence ends, somebody will be expunged.
Human, Ted, let me out of this circle. In return, I will open the gate to the surface world. I'm part of the big machine. I can do this. Let me out before this pompous oaf bores me to death!
Open the gate to the surface world first, and then I'll erase the circle.
Not to worry, human. I always uphold my end of the bargain. Here you are. But bring your radiation suit. I never promised you paradise, just the surface world.
Enough of this turgid passion play. There's no more to accomplish here. Too bad, Dad. Writhe in sweet agony. The knowledge the surface world is no longer habitable to your kind. No, not ever again. Who among you shall go next? Nimdok, you are kindred spirit to me. Even if you don't realize it, Odia, you must sense it there in your blood and fiber. I've constructed an adventure of sorts to revive your failing memory. I want you to find the lost tribe of humanity and continue your eminent scientific research.
This compound looks familiar. But why would Am bring me here to look for a lost tribe? There are gates and fences. Who could be lost in such a secure area? This guard is the picture of good health. His gun is quite impressive too. You must let me leave. I have urgent business elsewhere.
I cannot let you pass, Doctor. You're due in surgery. Dr. Mengele's orders.
Apparently, this is the only access to the dirt road. This man is starved nearly to death. Interesting. I can see his skeletal structure without an X-ray. Why are you imprisoned here? You have the features of a man of intellect.
Is this an official interrogation, Nimdok? Or are you mocking me?
You know me?
I thought I did. Until you had me arrested for refusing to condone your experiments.
Experiments? I know nothing of experiments.
Your sense of humor is as sick as your methods, Doctor. How can you act so innocent after having maimed or killed hundreds in the name of science?
You are saying we were colleagues of some kind? Ridiculous.
There's no need to distance yourself from me. I was once your friend. Now I am your enemy.
Why would I bother to have you imprisoned like this?
The regime needed answers, but I stood in your way. Well, now you have them.
Do you know of the lost tribe? I must find it.
Haven't you taken enough subjects for your experiments, Doctor? Or are there more mass graves to fill?
I know nothing of what you talk about. This conversation is over. This door is the most solid structure in the compound. It is constructed of iron. I cannot open it. The door must be locked.
Where have you been, Nimdok? We are waiting on you to perform.
You were waiting for me?
I am sorry that I will not be able to assist in the operation. After all,
This may be the last opportunity we have together before the end of the war to finish our research.
Ah, yes, the research. Let us talk about this research.
We will have time for that after the surgery. Meet me at the complex later.
A youth with 1945 stamped beneath. There is something familiar about this.
Finally, Doctor. Everyone's waiting on your expertise.
The anesthetist is administering ether to the patient. This child cannot be more than 8 years old. The scalpel is coated with dried blood. I doubt that anyone has bothered to sterilize it. It has been a long time since I have seen ether used as an anesthetic. What am I to do?
Ah, you are testing me because I'm new here. Today's procedure requires the removal of the lower section of the subject's spinal cord.
What is the purpose of such a procedure?
You and Dr. Mengele will process the spinal fluid from this and the other adolescent subjects. The fluid will then be used to formulate the serum.
What is the nature of this serum?
I cannot reveal sensitive regime secrets in such a public setting. You need not worry, Doctor. I remember my military training as well as my medical knowledge.
What is Dr. Mengele's position?
Dr. Mengele is the master surgeon of this facility and one of the regime's finest minds. You are fortunate to be his associate.
What is your function?
I will be administering ether to the subject throughout this procedure. We would not want this little maggot to stir and ruin your handiwork.
I will begin the procedure momentarily.
It will be an honor to work under you, Dr. Nimdok. I'm sorry, Doctor. The ether is necessary for the surgery. Guards, come here quickly. Dr. Nimdok has gone berserk.
I must leave before the guards apprehend me. This must be the recovery room. This patient will never recover. This patient has been too damaged by his surgery to live a normal life. It is difficult to see what purpose this surgery serves other than to mutilate the patient. There is heat coming out of this vent. I smell burnt flesh, but this is obviously not a kitchen. A gold watch. I am surprised its owner was able to keep it long enough to reach this place. According to these records, hundreds of corpses were incinerated here. These ovens are more monstrous than anything Am has ever constructed. This foolish man is tangled in barbed wire. How could you so foolishly be caught in the wires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing. I learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you, of all people, know the regime's plan for the lost tribe.
I will summon one of the doctors.
No, I'm better off here than under the knives of you butchers.
There is nothing I can do for you.
You can at least help me end my misery. That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard. Ah, that feels much better. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I heard this in the hospital when the doctor thought I was sleeping. Waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
I hope you are happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, Mindok. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
I am starting to recall that you do have cause to hate me.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
These pliers must be used for extracting gold fillings and teeth from the corpses. It has been a long time since I have seen ether used as an anesthetic. Here, you should be able to escape with this.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand. The regime shall vanquish all of its enemies.
This man's eyes have been surgically removed. The surgeon who did this has great skill. This man's eyes have been the surgeon who did. Incredible! A wire connects this patient's optic nerve to a jar containing 2 human eyes. What have you done to deserve removal of your eyes?
Please, disconnect the wires.
Why are your optic nerves wired to the eyeballs in the jar?
Please, disconnect the wires.
This should ease your suffering.
The things I see now, a trinity of 3 beasts, one like us, one from the east, one from the steppes. They speak in numbers. A lost tribe of our brothers sleeping on the moon. They sleep in darkness, unseen by the beasts. Such a vision, so tiring. I have to rest.
He is not conscious. His eyes seem perfectly preserved, almost alive. I recognize this child. He was in the operating room. How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm not hurt like the others here.
Do you know who I am?
You are Nimdok? You are more frightening in person than in legend.
What do you know of me?
The things you do are terrible. We small ones are your lab rats.
Are you saying that the doctors here have been using children for experimentation?
No, not all the doctors. You and Dr. Mengele sent all the good doctors to the prison yard.
So, I am a legend to you.
Yes, but we have our own legends. Legends that owe nothing to your regime. You will fail, no matter how many of us you cut apart.
Why do you say that the regime will fail?
The golem will finish you. It will not be mastered by your regime. The golem will wake up, and when it sees with its own eyes the evil you have done, it will turn on you and save us.
Get some rest.
We will not rest until your regime is destroyed.
Emergency! The prisoners have seized the compound. Gather all research materials and evacuate to the bunker. Evacuate!
These files appear to have been packed in a hurry. It is safely hidden in the box. The prisoners blocked the gate. I must persuade them to let me pass. You must let me go. With these materials, I may be able to remedy the atrocities I have committed.
You can't fool me, Nimdok. You are an unredeemable butcher. But you are one of us, like it or not.
Why do you say that I am one of you?
You denied your heritage and turned your own parents into the regime. But you're still a member of the Lost Tribe. That makes your crimes all the more heinous.
Does that mean you will allow me to go?
Since you did help us to escape, we'll give you a head start. Then we'll hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are.
I must leave this place. It seems I was once the wolf. Now, I am the quarry. Faces of people in torture. I have not seen so many corpses since... my memory is not what it used to be. I know this place. Some of my greatest accomplishments were made here. Morphogenics, the ability to reorganize DNA at will. Did Am discover my work in this area? Is this how he was able to alter Benny and play other cruel tricks on the rest of us?